Lacrosse plays a pretty unique role here at Hopkins. It's a thing that brings our whole community and university together. So we do feel a great sense of responsibility to represent Hopkins.
The lacrosse season for our team started off with a great win over Princeton. And then we fell into 5 straight losses. First time Hopkins team had ever lost 5 in a row.
We hit a big bump on the road and we lost a bunch of our games in a row, the majority of our games, pretty much all of them. And it was tough for the team to rebound.
President Brody stopped to see David Petramala. And he asked David what could he do to help.
Our team morale was, it was a little bit down, and guys were kind of looking around for answers. And then the Maryland game was coming up.
It's the biggest game on the schedule every year. It's our #1 rival.
This was a do-or-die game.
It was a pregame practice. I told all the guys that we were going to have 2 new players join our team, and I thought they could help us.
Everyone's like, oh man, I'm done. I'm going on the bench now. These new kids are taking over. We haven't been able to get the job done.
And then 2 guys come shooting out of the doors, and they have all of our equipment on, our practice jerseys on, and they're running hard with their sticks.
And our guys are looking at them and wondering, who the heck is this?
Everyone was a little stunned, and you know, as they got closer and you saw the glasses under the helmet and you know the grayer hair than we're used to seeing. You know, sure enough, it was President Brody and Mr. Sneidman.
The players absolutely broke down in hysterical laughter.
We all start getting excited and jumping around, and they start jumping around. And then we start pushing them around, they're pushing us back.
When they were jumping on us and hitting us and high-fiving us, and that may have been the first time in 5 weeks that they felt good while standing on the lacrosse field.
It was like a gorilla was lifted off of every one of their shoulders, and I have to tell you, we were a different team from that moment on. Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
And then Coach Petramala told the team to take a lap around the goals. And President Brody said, come on, Ace, let's run. And that's when I thought he had totally lost it. But I do whatever Dr. Brody tells me to do. We took off with the team.
Mr. Sneidman and President Brody were up in front at first.
And one by one, the players all passed us. Dr. Brody said, we can't let the goalkeepers beat us. But I was just hoping that one of our great cardiologists would be somehow standing there, because I really thought that both President Brody and I were going to need him.
I remember them huffing and puffing at the end, but I was huffing and puffing too, right with them. So they weren't the only ones.
And then it was at that point that Bill spoke to the team.
You know, I think the biggest thing that he said to us is to keep things in perspective and go out and be relaxed. Go out and do what you've done for your whole life and just have fun.
You know, they changed our mental state going into that game, and then from there on out, we went on a big winning streak. And went through the playoffs, upset the #1 team in the country in Duke, and made it all the way to the national championship game.
What it says about Dr. Brody as a leader is that he understands what's important and how to effect change.
Sometimes in life you come across a person that exudes greatness, and just simply put, he's a great man.
I think that's something that a lot of us will never forget, the day that those guys came running out.
Yeah, it's something that I'll never forget for sure. It's thinking about, the president of Johns Hopkins University taking his time out on an afternoon to come and talk to his lacrosse team. That kind of stuff stays with someone forever.
How many presidents of a university would do something like this? Not many, probably only one.